Hi friends, my name is Kayla Rayne, and today I'm doing my TBR for the 2016 Winter Biannual Bibliothon. This is the first time that I am participating in the Biannual Bibliothon, and I'm very excited about it. I think this is a really great readathon to kind of kickstart my reading year. However, I do have to say that I've only selected 4 books to read for this readathon because I didn't want to overwhelm myself and I didn't want to set a tone for the rest of the year that I had to rush through particular books, so I only selected 4, but luckily they will all complete the challenges. So the first challenge is to read the group book, which is Soundless by Richelle Mead. I have not heard too much about this book. I know that it's a standalone fantasy and that it is from the author who wrote Vampire Academy, but I have not read anything by Richelle Mead before, so I'm very excited to start here, and I think this will probably be a good starting place for me because I don't necessarily want to jump into a series unless I know if I'm going to enjoy the author, so a standalone is a very good beginning. And then I combined the next 3 challenges for one single book. So challenge number 2 is to read a book that has been sitting on your shelf for over a year. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that is over 300 pages. And challenge number 4 is to read a book from your favorite genre, which is, of course, sci-fi and fantasy. Yes, I know they're 2 different ones, but don't make me choose a favorite here. So to complete those challenges, I have selected Cinder. This has been on my shelf for over a year and I have not picked it up. It comes in at 387 pages, so it meets the over 300 pages challenge, and I'm pretty sure this is considered a fantasy. The 5th challenge is to reread your favorite book in a series. Now for me, I don't really like to read particular books out of order and just pick them up. That's not really something I personally enjoy, so I decided to go with a standalone that I'm going to be rereading, and that is the Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. I have not read this since before the movie came out, so I think it's a really good time to revisit that. It has been one of my favorite books for a very long time, but there have been some questions raised as to whether it is a good book that discusses mental illness in a respectful way. And at the time of reading this book, I was just beginning my college courses in social work, and now that I have that social work background and I also work in the mental health field, I think it'll be really interesting to revisit that. So I think this is going to be one of my most interesting rereads of the year, so I can kind of decide whether or not it's still a favorite or not. And then finally, I combined the last 2 challenges, number 6 being judge a book by its cover, which means just pick a book because of its cover or one that you really don't know a whole lot about, and then also to read a book that has been recommended to you over and over again. So I am choosing Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I actually had this sent out to a friend right now because she likes fairy tale-esque stories, so I thought maybe she'd like this one. I picked this up like the week it came out because I just thought the cover was so stunning, so I really did judge a book by its cover and purchased it strictly on the cover. I just thought it was really pretty and I just wanted it. And then I have heard it recommended personally to me by Marinez from My Name is Marinez, and then I have heard Sam from Novels and Nonsense recommend it quite a few times, not to me personally, but just to her viewers in general, and I've heard a lot of people say some really great things about it. I personally picked it up when I first got it and got like 5 or 6 chapters in and just really wasn't enjoying it, so I really want to revisit that and kind of see if I just needed to give it more time or if it really just wasn't a book that I was going to enjoy. So we will see by the end of the week. Alright, that has been it for my TBR for the Biannual Bibliothon. Hopefully I can stick to it. I think that those are some pretty reasonable goals and that I'm not going to wear myself too thin. Unfortunately, this week of work is going to be super busy. So I'm not going to have a lot of time to dedicate to reading, but I think if I can knock out some time on the weekend and kind of work it into my lunch break a little bit, I can really knock out these 4 books without feeling too stressed about it. I am not going to be participating in the video challenges. They all look very fun, and I am super pumped to see a lot of people's DIY challenges, but I personally just really didn't have the time to film them all over the Christmas break because they did give everyone enough time to pre-film, but I had so much going on over Christmas break and I knew that this particular week of work is just going to be insanity, so I decided not to do it because I didn't want to stretch myself too thin, and I wanted to make sure that I was taking the time to enjoy this readathon so I didn't feel stressed and wasn't feeling it, so yeah. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are participating in this read along, and let me know what your TBR is, or if you have a video set up, you can go ahead and link that because I love TBR videos, so I am super excited about those. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay weird.